Did Tecno just do what Apple could not do? So some time ago, I used the iPhone Air, and despite it being a very good device to hold, 5.6mm thin, it had some really great specs, but some really big limitations. Like the battery life, it has just about 3,149 mAh battery inside, so for most people, that wasn't great. Secondly, it lacked stereo speakers, so the audio wasn't good too. There was no vapor cooling chamber inside, and the deal breaker for many people was the fact that it had no physical SIM card tray, so you can only use your eSIM with it. But with the Tecno Spark Slim, you are getting a 5,160 mAh battery inside, dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos that sounds really good, and even a physical SIM card tray, all in a 5.93mm body. Like how? The Tecno Spark Slim comes with all the basic accessories you're going to need in the box. It weighs just about 156 grams, which is lighter than the iPhone Air that weighs about 165 grams. This back cover is made of aerospace fiberglass material, giving it high toughness and strength, but still really smooth to touch, something you actually get to notice every time you pick this phone up. Now at the top, you're going to see a camera bar that holds a single 50 megapixel camera, but what you also see is what Tecno is calling the mood light. I love how it conveys different emotions depending on what it's trying to show you or indicate to you. Like the charging animation is different from the notification animation, and it's different when you are receiving a call. So it's just really dynamic, making it super easy for you to understand if you are working and you have your phone face down. Now there's also a home screen widget that you can use to customize it just the way you want. But apart from all of that, I just love the fact that it gives the Tecno Spark Slim a very unique look, because most times when I'm using this phone outside, people always be like, what phone are you using? Just because of the mood light. So yeah, it is thoughtful. It is also IP64 rated for water splashes and dust resistance, and the display comes with a Corning Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection from scratches and dents. So in terms of durability, you really have nothing to worry about. And speaking more about this display, well, one of the unique things about the Tecno Spark Slim is the curved AMOLED screen that it comes with, making it the world's slimmest 3D curved phone. It's a 6.78 inches AMOLED display with an upscaled resolution of 1.5K, a refresh rate of 144 Hz, and a peak brightness that can go as high as 4,500 nits. Now, these are nice specs that actually improves your experience using this phone, whether you are outdoors or indoors. The colors are super vibrant when you're watching videos, and they are really sharp too, thanks to the high resolution display. Now, because this is a super slim phone, there's a tendency that whatever it is you're doing with it, you're going to hold it for way longer than normal. So whether you're gaming or you're watching videos or you are on a video call, you definitely will be doing it way longer because you're not going to feel like you're holding anything at all. In that case, what you need is not just a phone with good performance, but sustained performance over a long period of time. And the Helio G200 chipset by MediaTek is definitely more than capable to handle just about anything that you throw at this phone. And that ranges from regular stuffs like calling and social media browsing to even intensive tasks like gaming and video editing if you do such with your smartphone. Personally, I played CODM and Asphalt Legend on it in medium graphics for a good period of time, and I only experienced little lags and stuttering. Now, that is largely due to the fact that the RAM power is really high, about 8 gigs of RAM, which you can extend up to 16 gigabytes, and also because it comes with a large heat dissipation area that helps to kind of like spread the heat across the phone, so it helps to keep it really cool always. And that brings me to the super impressive battery life of this phone, which, like I mentioned earlier, is a 5,160 mAh battery. I've constantly gotten more than a day of usage since I've been using it. So when it comes to battery life, if your fear of using a thin phone like this is because of battery, honestly, you have nothing to worry about. What else is good is its charging too. It supports 45 watt fast charging. So in my testing, I was able to go from 10% to 100% in less than an hour. So there's that ability for you to quickly top up, your battery just before you go out. And what is even more, you have 10 watts reverse charging, so you can use your phone to charge just about any other device. There is also bypass charging, which is super important if you are into long gaming sessions or you watch movies for long and you don't want the strain to be on your battery. You can just bypass it. Now let's talk about my favorite part of using this phone, and that is Tecno AI, which is a huge part of Tecno software generally. Now there are a ton of useful AI tools on this phone. You can long press on the power button to activate Gemini and have access to all of its capabilities, something I personally cannot do without. There is also AI Call Assist, which can help you to summarize your calls if you are in long calling sessions, and also it can help you to translate your calls in real time, something you're going to find really, really useful. Then there is Circle to Search, the updated one that you can use to search just anything that is on your screen and get all the useful information about it. And even in the Gallery app, you can now long press on an image to separate it from the background, which is a super useful feature for me because that is how I get, most of my thumbnails done. Now, I used to do it only in my Samsung phone, and then I was able to do it in my iPhone, and now I can do it in my Tecno phone. Now, you can access all the AI functionalities in this phone by just going to Settings and then Tecno AI. And also, not too long ago, I made a dedicated video about Tecno AI and how you can get the best of it and use it. I will be leaving links to that video in the description of this video, so you can just click on it to watch it so you can better know how to take advantage of the numerous AI functionalities in your Tecno phone. Now, apart from AI, the software experience is very good too. It is smooth and really responsive. There are lots of useful features here. There is multitasking, so you can do split screen, you can do pop-up windows, and because it comes with the latest Android 15 with iOS version 15 over it, there are lots of features that you can use on this phone that will be super useful for you. Now, there is no mention of software updates all through the research I made before I reviewed this phone, so I can't really tell. But if I am to guess, I would say at least we'll be getting Android 16. And that is because there are smartphones that are already running Android 16 right now, and I feel it's too close for us not to be able to update to it. So yeah, I can say maybe Android 16. And also for the price, I really don't have that information when I was shooting this video. So if it comes up before the video goes live, I'm going to edit it somewhere in the video. If not, you're going to see it in the pinned comment of this video, so you can just check that for the price. Now let's talk about the cameras. Like I said before, it has a single 50 megapixel rear camera here and a 13 megapixel selfie camera. Now the pictures from the cameras, I would say, are quite impressive. Colors are properly processed and represented. Dynamic range processing is also good too, looks almost natural, and even skin tone is quite close to natural. I feel it could do better when it comes to contrast to just make it pop a bit more than it is. I feel that also will be solved using just some few software updates. Videos can be shot at 2K quality with both the front and the back cameras. The video is not stable, as you can see right now when you're shooting in 2K, but if you want a bit of software stabilization, I would advise you shoot in 1080p. So basically what I'm saying is, if you want to shoot video on the go, then shoot at 1080p, but if you are stationary or say you have a tripod, then shoot at 2K for better quality. So overall, what do I think about the Tecno Spark Slim? For me, I think it is a decent innovation by Tecno. I mean, the fact that they pack all the specs I just mentioned in this video inside this super thin phone means that you get to experience what it's like using a thin phone without missing out on anything special at all. And forget those people that say we don't need a thin phone, we need a better battery phone and all of that. This phone practically gives you everything. The comfort of holding a super thin phone without having to think about the battery being whack or the cameras not being good or the speakers not being great and all of that. Tecno practically just outdid what Apple did, and that is just a simple truth. However, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What do you think about the Tecno Spark Slim? Let's talk about it, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.